Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? I'm Sultan Mahmood, your coordinator sir, and I'm taking class GK. So today, before starting class, I am to talk about ongoing issues, and I am to draw your attention to the board. Here I have written current news, that is C.R. Datta. His designation was Major. Okay. During Liberation War, he was Major, and he was the commander of Sector 4. He was the commander of Sector 4. So you know, our armed force persons, they contributed much in our Liberation War. So among them, Major C.R. Datta, he was redundant, and after Liberation War, he was designated as Bir Uttam. So he was awarded as designation for keeping the contribution in Liberation War, Bir Uttam. Okay, so recently he has died at Florida General Hospital, New York. Florida General Hospital. So he died at Florida General Hospital. He died 25th August 2020. Okay, so it is very important as he contributed much in Liberation War and he was a sector commander. He is famous because he was a sector commander of Sector 4. So you have to know the details of Major C.R. Datta, and I will describe later on in your group. But I want to alarm you about the day he died and the place. So he died at Florida General Hospital in America, and his designation was Bir Uttam. So I repeat, his name is C.R. Datta. Major of C.R. Datta. He was the commander of Sector 4 and he died at 25th August 2020. And for keeping contribution in our Liberation War, he was designated as Bir Uttam. So you should keep it in mind. It is the most important for your GK exam. Okay. So now we are going to start our class. Let's start our class today. So chapter 2. So in chapter 2, it discussed about the civilization, human settlement in the Asia, in the South Asian part. So first it discussed about first human civilization in this Indian subcontinent. So we all know it was first urban civilization in the world, Indus civilization. Okay, so Indus civilization was the first urban civilization. Okay, it was developed in India and some part of Pakistan. It was developed by the river Sindh. Okay, and the relics of Indus civilization were found in Lethal Kalibongo and in Pakistan under the name Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. So in Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, large granary and bathtub and some other relics were found. From the relics found in Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, it is clear that they built their planet city. Okay, there were drainage system, there were food storing system. So they established their planet city. So the next civilization is second urban civilization. It was developed Ganges Basin. So it is called Ganges Basin civilization. It was second urban civilization. Okay, so no instance were found from first urban civilization in Bangladesh. So Indus civilization was developed in India and some part of Pakistan, and Harappa and Mohenjo-daro are two old cities of first urban civilization. There were no cities, there were no relics, there were no places found of first urban civilization in Bangladesh. Now we are going to talk about second urban civilization. So in Bangladesh, we found Pundranagar and Uaribodeshwar. So Pundranagar developed by Korotwar River, and it was developed old Brahmaputra river. So Pundranagar developed in Bogura district, and it was found in Narsingdi. So the relic Pundranagar and Uaribodeshwar, these are the civilizations, second urban civilization found in Bangladesh, and these two were used as port, as trading center. Okay, and Pundranagar was fortified by a strong fort, by a strong wall, and Pundranagar was excavated by Sir Alexander Cunningham. And Fakir Mosnu Shah, he rebelled against English people hiding in Pundranagar, because before the excavation it was a place which was not clearly visible. Sorry. So after the excavation of Cunningham, we wanted to know about Pundranagar and the history of Pundranagar discovered. Okay. So Fakir Mosnu Shah, he fought against English people from Pundranagar, hiding in Pundranagar because there are forests. Okay. So Wariboteshwar, Hanif Pathan, a school teacher, he first informed us about Wariboteshwar and he found many coins. And from these coins, from these relics, we can guess that it was a port city. Trading and commercial exchange took place through Wariboteshwar. It was a river port during that time. So we found many things like less costly glass-made bed, then decorated measuring unit, then knob, and many other things were found from Wariboteshwar. So these two cities were discussed in your book as the city of second urban civilization. Then in your book, Egyptian civilization were discussed. So Egyptian civilization, it was thrived in Africa. Egyptian civilization. It was African civilization. It was developed 5,000 years ago. And it was developed by the side of river Nile. It was developed by the side of river Nile. Okay. So from Egyptian civilization we got some information about pharaoh, then mummy, then pyramid, okay. So this pyramid is the one of most important among 7 wonders. And pharaoh, the king of Egypt. The king of Egypt were called pharaoh. Mummy. Mummy is a system of keeping the body of a dead person. System to preserve the body of a dead person. Okay. Then pyramid, they keep the body, they stored the body in a huge structure, and this structure is called pyramid. Okay, a storage of keeping dead body. So in other words, we can call it a graveyard. It was a graveyard. So they developed different types of writing style, and their writing style was called hieroglyphy. So the next civilization is Mesopotamian civilization. So Mesopotamian civilization is the important civilization, and about 4,000 years ago Mesopotamian civilization developed on the bank of 2 rivers, Tigris and Euphrates river, and there are many civilizations thrived in that land. Assyrian civilization, then Sumerian civilization, and some important question may come from Mesopotamian civilization, like what is their script developed by Sumerian people, then what is the meaning of Mesopotamia? Mesopotamia means the land between two rivers, and the script developed by Mesopotamian people is called cuneiform. Okay, so during that time they built ziggurat. So ziggurat is the temple. So they complete their prayer in ziggurat. Okay, so we got a name, that is Hammurabi. So Hammurabi was a king. He compiled the laws, and he was a builder. He built Hanging Garden. So Hanging Garden, it is situated in Babylon. Hanging Garden is one of the establishment of 7 wonders. So you should read details about Hanging Garden. Just Hammurabi, you should keep the name in memory. Hammurabi was the king of Babylon, and he built Hanging Garden. Then comes Chinese civilization. So Chinese civilization thrived at 2000 AD. Chinese civilization thrived on the bank of river Huanghu and Yangtze. As there were river, so they developed cultivation system. Chinese were skilled in building stone-made statue. So, if it is asked for what reason Chinese were famous, so the answer is Chinese were famous for building statue, for making statue by stone. Okay, and they build a strong agriculture system. Then comes Persian civilization. Persian civilization developed near 600 BC, and Persia is today known as Iran. King Darius was the most renowned person. So Persian civilization, they developed postal system. They first divide their country into many division, as they ruled this country well. So in Persian civilization, they developed a special types of religion, that is monastic religion. So all these are the contribution of Persian civilization. Sorry. Then comes the civilization from Europe. So there were 2 civilizations. One is Greek civilization, and Greek was the first civilization. They developed city-state between 2 hills. They developed their city, and Greek was under democracy, and there were Sparta. Sparta was under martial law. So the people of Sparta, they were warrior nation. They all time fight with other countries. But these 2 civilizations, as they have no cultivable land, they build their civilization on the top of the mountain. So their main economical source was trade and commerce. So they, using the Mediterranean Sea, they completed their trade and commerce with other world. So they established first city-state. So Greek was the first city-state. Then we find Roman civilization. So Roman, they were warrior nation. Julius Caesar, Augustus Caesar, they were the renowned person, and they also developed their countries. depending on trade and commerce. So they built statue and they were famous in his work for their establishment. So these are all about your chapter 2. So what you have to do, you have to memorize the name of civilization. Okay, with date. Okay, then you have to memorize why they were famous. They were famous, or their contribution. Okay, important name. Okay, so from chapter 2 you have to memorize these things and revise frequently, revise well. The more you revise, the more you can revive, the more you can answer the question. So it is high time to revise with our classes. Every day I am sending video, so watch video. Every day you get new updates. So that's all for today. Assalamu alaikum.